We've already seen how we can explore and understand our data using univariate visualizations. In this video, we'll explore bivariate and multivariate visualizations. We'll start with the bar chart, which is where we had left it off in the previous video. Now, in the value column, instead of having Facebook campaign ID, I'm going to use the approved conversion. Remember, the approved conversion is when the user has clicked on an ad and bought a product. Go ahead and apply this change. Now, along the y axis, we have the count of approved conversion. I'm not interested in the count. Instead, I'm going to change the aggregation function so that we have the sum of approved conversion. And this is grouped by Facebook campaign ID. But instead of Facebook campaign ID, I'm going to change the grouping to the XYZ campaign ID. If you remember, the organization ran three different campaigns, and I'm curious to see how the sum of approved conversions compare across these three campaigns. It's pretty clear that campaign 1178 has a large number of approved conversions, whereas the campaign 916 has fewer approved conversions. Now, this could be because overall campaign 1178 did better, but it could also be that we ran many more ads for the campaign 1178. Now, the way we'll figure this out is by changing our aggregation function. Instead of summing up the approved conversions, if I were to just count the number of approved conversions, that is, change the aggregation function, you can see that there were many more ads run for the campaign 1178. And because many more ads were run for this particular campaign, that's likely why campaign 1178 had so many approved conversions. The sum was also higher. This is bivariate analysis. We are looking at the count of approved conversions based on XYZ campaign ID. We can add more variables to our visualization by selecting a variable for color group. Now, if I were to color this information based on age, for each campaign ID, I'll find four different categories, one for each age category. For each category group, I have five bars. One bar, the green bar, is for missing value. So you can just ignore that. You can just focus on the four age categories for each campaign ID. This will allow us to see how many campaigns were run targeting each of these different age groups. Another way to visualize this data is to change the color group. So instead of age, let's have gender here. And you can see that there are three legitimate bars for each campaign group. The fourth bar just represents missing values for gender. That's the green bar. That's data we need to clean up. I'm going to tweak this chart a little bit to view another bivariate graph that will allow me to see the relationship between XYZ campaign ID and Facebook campaign ID. The first change I'm going to make is to the group by column. So I'm going to group by